Dear ladies, this is the ghost of touching you, or the emperor of touching you, or Christopher Xavier Brodeur. I am making a open call on the interweb for superhuman females who are like, man, most guys are dorks, or most guys are fucking idiots, or most guys are fucking classless putzes. My whole life, people have looked up to me because even when I was a little boy, I was cool as shit. I mean, everywhere I go, I can't walk down the streets of Manhattan without every chick looking me in the eyes and smiling and looking in my eyes a little too long. And I look at them, and even if they're beautiful, I go, "You're beautiful, but maybe you should get some guts. If you want to go on a date, ask me. I'm not into playing games. Women, you smile at me and keep looking at me, and you think I'm going to ask you on a date? It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. I don't work that way. My philosophy is, if you want to go on a date with me, you ask me out. If you don't, then fuck it. I almost never will ask a female out. Delfino picked me up. Reverend Jen, all the girls I've dated, almost all of them picked me up. That's the way I am. I got a lot of class, all right? I'm not going to pander. Well, actually, this is pandering. No, this isn't really pandering. I don't expect to find my dream girl from this. But I'm trapped here waiting 10 minutes for this shit to upload anyhow. And it's good for the historical posterity, because I might end up having to kill myself at any moment anyhow, because I don't really believe there's any good people out there. I've dealt with human beings my whole life. They're awful. They're awful. I don't care where they come from, rich or poor, young or old. Humans are awful. They don't care about anyone but themselves. They're monsters. They don't think. They're monsters. They're robot monsters. I don't believe that there's a female out there I could date. Delfino and I were perfect. We had a chemistry that was mind-blowing, but she couldn't control her bad side. Kate Nash, I don't know if she has a bad side. I never saw it, never once. In all the stressful moments, a tour, anything, never. She's a perfect female. But I might date her, and she might be a very violent person, secretly. You don't know. But, what the fuck? Let's just finish this. So, again, my whole life, I have avoided females. Oh, that's another reason why I'm hands down, the greatest boyfriend of all time. Do you know how many women like to date guys who fuck shitloads of girls? No woman, because then they feel worthless. It's like, oh, wow, I was the 150th girl to make out with him. It makes them feel cheap, worthless. Oh, I was the 150th girl he slept with. No, that's not the way I operate. I mean, I've already slept with too many girls, that's for sure, 10 and a half females. But half of them date raped me, okay? So keep that in mind. Of those 10 and a half girls, I didn't intend to have sex with most of them. Even girls I was in love with. I was sworn to celibacy most of my teenage years. And that's crazy, because I was the only teenage boy in high school walking down the hall, and girls would go, nice ass, because I do have a very nice bubble butt. And I always look sharp. Not always, now I look like a slob, because I don't have access to my clothing. And girls would hit on me all the time. Hot chicks. I'm not talking about just ugly chicks. Hot chicks. Every chick. My whole life, girls have hit on me, and I just blow them off. I ignore them because I'm not interested in dating girls. It's like, I want to make art and music. I don't want to fight women or deal with the headaches. I don't like being a slave. I mean, love pollutes your mind like nothing else. Love is worse than heroin. Love is worse than cocaine. I'm sure you're all realizing that now. It doesn't have to be. I've had friends who have wonderful relationships I don't think really fight much, and I'm like, wow, I wish I could have that. Like Tina Trachtenberg. Tina Trachtenberg, I think, is the only female I've ever met who doesn't have mood swings. I was like, wow, she has no mood swings. It wasn't like when shit was going wrong, she took it out on everybody else. When shit goes wrong on tour with the Trachtenbergs, Jason becomes a bitch and a nag, and he takes it on everybody around him, innocent people. Tina never did that. Tina never, ever got mad at me. Tina was great. That's why she was one of my best friends. Best friend ever. Rachel was a little worse. And Rachel and Tina both had crushes on me. Because I'm awesome. I really am. I mean, you have to understand, this is one of the reasons why some people find me a polarizing figure. I've had the highest self-esteem since I was a little boy. When I was a little boy, I thought it was amazing. I'd be in a room with all adults at 5 years old, listening to them talk, going, these people are fucking chimps. These people don't know what they're talking about. These people are idiots. I've always been super smart. They called me a genius when I was a little boy. I've always been a brilliant artist. People have been praising me, enemies. People call me with death threats my whole life, and they're like, well, you are a great artist, but you better watch it or you're going to fucking get killed. It's like, I guess, thank you? And so, I mean, there's so much about me that's great, we're not even going to list it, ladies. I'm sorry, all right? But there's a couple things. If I was a girl, man, I would go nuts for that. A guy who from the age of 19 to 29 never kissed a single girl. And he had naked girls he was in love with in his bed. And he said, nope. And they would beg him, just fuck me. I won't tell anybody. He's like, I'm not sworn to celibacy because I give a shit what society thinks. I'm sworn to celibacy for me. Okay? If I'm spending my time with girls, I'm not working on my art and my music. And my art music comes first. Those are my children. And my children come before getting laid. So I would... From 19, and then even that, I didn't want to give my cherry. I only slept with 2 girls before the age of 29, and both of those were sort of accidents. First girl got me drunk and Jack Daniels, and I was 17, and with her friend in the same bedroom. I was just goofing off, and it was fun. And I think I was in love with the girl, but I didn't want to have sex with her. And then the second girl I was madly in love with, and she kind of seduced me. Then I didn't date another girl or kiss another girl or touch a girl's breast. I had female roommates galore who were walking around topless or trying to taunt me. I had girls I was in love with trying to fuck me. I had girls who were trying to fuck me and seduce me just for the challenge because, like, oh, he's a celibate? Well, I'm going to fucking prove him wrong. And they all failed because I have self-discipline like no human on earth, right? You're talking to a guy who rides a bike in the rain 365 days a year. I ride my bike in snow, sleet, rain. I am a superhuman. I do not believe in giving money to the fossil fuel nuclear power run subways or the crooks who run it. I will ride my bicycle in the rain and suffer before I will give money to those criminals. Oh, that's another thing. I'm cheap. That's another thing that most women would find to be a drawback, is I'm cheap. I don't believe in wasting money, okay? And it's true. You're not going to have any more fun if you buy a $1,000 bottle of vodka or if you buy a $10 bottle of vodka. I'm sorry, you're not going to. Okay? I can take you for $1 slice of pizza that is as delicious as a fucking $100 meal. Okay? People waste money. And that's not good because the more money you don't waste, the more fun you can have in life. Right? Delfino and I had a blast because we lived so free. I got her to start riding a bike. So the two of us ride our bikes everywhere. Okay, no transportation costs per year. We just saved thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Ta-da! Next. Now, by having no expenses, next we paid no rent. Because we had a brilliant business model. All right, now so that the less money we spend, the less money we have. The less time we have to spend working, and we have freedom. Fuck you, we have freedom. Do you know, freedom is awesome. One of my biggest goals in life is freedom. The more money you make, the more things you have, the less freedom you have. I don't want to be a rich guy because if you're a rich guy, you've got all these responsibilities. That's the hard part. I'm going to be selling out, but it's like I'm going to sell out, but I'm going to do it smart. Because I don't want to have a pool. I don't have to pay the pool boy. I don't have to do all this shit. No. Rich people are miserable. That's why they're doing so many drugs. That's why the fucking rich guys have to chase so many girls to fucking fill that hole in their heart. That's why rock stars have to sleep with so many girls because they're empty. Their lives are empty. Yeah, they got screaming fans. It's empty. Playing in front of thousands of people a night. It's empty, okay? Unless you're doing it right. So I could say to Delfino, hey, how about Wednesday? You want to go to the movies all day? We'll pack a picnic. We'll bring a bottle of wine, whatever, a couple bottles of wine. We'll smoke pot in the movie theater. We'd go on a Wednesday or Tuesday afternoon, or in the morning, really, 10 or 11, whatever the first movie is. Get in free, because I had free movie passes, and we'd picnic the whole day and night. We had sex behind the curtains of the movie theaters, because there was nobody there on a weekday. There's no staff. We had the place to ourselves. We'd go see all the movies. It was great. We had so much freedom. We could do whatever we wanted whenever we wanted. That's another reason why I'm cheap. So you ladies who think being cheap is bad, I want my man to spend money on me, fuck you. You're only creating your own prison. You want to have freedom. You want to be free from paying bills. You want to be free. The less money you spend, the more money you have. The more money you have, the more freedom you have, right? You got these Wall Street guys who are making tons of money, and they're in hell because they're working 30 hours a fucking day, and who cares how much money they're making? They can't spend it. They can't enjoy it. And then what are they going to do? Spend that money on a sports car thinking that's going to get them laid? Yeah, it might get you laid, but it's still superficial. It's still empty, and you're still feeling miserable at the end of the day. It's all artificial. I don't like that shit. I like real shit. I'd rather sit with a girl and write songs on ukulele than go to a fancy restaurant. I'm sorry, it's more fun. And most people who've hung around with me have learned. Christopher's right. His way is more fun. We have so much fun hanging around with Christopher. And so, oops, water on the MacBook Pro. The problem is I'm the last person on earth who should be a solo act because I produce more stuff than any human on earth. With Delfino, we'd have so much fun. I'd create a new musical act. I'd come up with a high concept. We'd be snuggled in bed, and that'd be she was a good she was a good lyricist, and I would hand her. I'd say, give her a lyric. I'd be like, "This song's about this. You want to write the lyrics?" She'd be like, "Sure." 10 minutes later, she'd come back, or half an hour later, she'd come back with me with the lyric. I'd be like, "These are great, except for that one. We'll fix that one. That one, great, done." It's teamwork. I love having a team because I've never had a team. Oh, but I lost my my third cherry. Let's back up. I gave my third cherry to Reverend Jen, who I worshipped. Reverend Jen is a miraculous female, and her and I were one of the greatest couples of all time. And I started hanging out with her. I asked her if she wanted to come home with me and cuddle with me, that I couldn't have sex with her because I'm sworn to celibacy. And she immediately started ripping my clothes off and seducing me and stuff. I don't think we had sex for a few months, or went all the way for a few months. But at some point I realized she's going to do to me what all my other female friends did. I liked snuggling. I would snuggle with female friends. They'd sleep over and we'd cuddle. I liked that. But then they always would inevitably ask for sex. And then they would stop being my friend because I didn't put out, make me feel like the cheerleader who likes the football player, but he wants one thing. And so it was very heartbreaking. Reverend Jen, I loved her so much as a person, as a girl, everything. But I didn't want to have sex with her. I liked the fact that she seemed so innocent and dorky. She was like this smart, awesome, hot, nerdy dork. That's not the kind of girl generally I want to fuck her brains out. But I realized if I don't give Reverend Jen what she wants, she's going to stop being my friend. I'm not going to get to hang out with her. She would be doing puppet shows in bed. We'd be having so much fun. And I knew if I don't give her what she wants, she's going to throw me out of her life. And Reverend Jen was too important to me. So I let her steal, after 10 years of celibacy, I let her take my cherry, my third cherry. And it was fun. She was great in bed. Reverend Jen is amazing in almost every way. She's superhuman. But then she's the kind of girl who didn't have much of a temper. But if you did anger her, it took a lot to get her angry. But if you did, run for your life. And she bloodied me on a bunch of occasions. She did some nasty stuff. And she had some jealousy issues I couldn't deal with. I mean, you're talking to a guy who has turned down hundreds of naked girls in bed with him, begging for sex. I don't think it's that and it wasn't even just because I was sworn to celibacy. So it's like, I'm still, even when I wanted to have sex with girls, I'm not going to have sex with you in the first month or 10, 20 dates or whatever. Delfino, I was prepared to fuck her brains out when I started dating her. But I was like, I'm not going to fuck her in the first 20 dates. That's not fun. That's not interesting. You want to keep the excitement, the mystery, the tension. You like that. Plus, it's human nature to take everything for granted. I'm like, you fuck a girl on the first date, well, it loses a lot. You then start to take it for granted. Because it's human nature. Once you get what you want, you don't want anymore. So I create all these different devices in my mind and my social life to prevent me from being able to take things for granted because I want to really appreciate things. I still look up at the moon every time and go, wow, look at that moon. We all take it for granted. No, stop it. It's glowing only because the sun's bouncing off of it. You take that for granted. Or you look at the sun, people take it for granted. I'm like, no, that's a giant match in the sky. That's artificial flame and artificial light. People don't realize that. The universe is pitch black. The sun is artificial light. It's like a light bulb in the sky. People don't realize that. We take all this shit for granted. We take glass for granted. Glass still blows my mind. It's like, this used to be sand? Whoa, dude. We stop taking things for granted in life, people. It's a shame that the government and everyone else has fucking destroyed my life because I really am the most wonderful person. Not just the most wonderful man, the most wonderful person of all time. And many people have pointed that out. And then a lot of people say, oh, you're a pain in the ass. I know, because I told you the truth. Everyone else will lie to you. You want to be lied to? Well, then you're in luck. There's 7 billion people who are going to lie to you and never tell you the truth. You're in luck. But if you ever want the truth, call me up. Celibate for 10 years. Oh my God. Even now, I have girls hitting me on almost every day. Girls hit on me. Last night, I was getting this girl stoned in front of Sidewalk Cafe. Oh, I said something on stage. I said, hey, if anybody wants to get high with me after the gig, I'll get you high. Or if you want to get me high. And this girl, she said, you're hot. She says, you want to get me high? And I'm like, come outside. And then I was talking about my beard. Right now, for the first time, last time in my life, I have a beard. I don't like having a beard. But I need it for a couple projects and photographs and things like this and videos. So I said, to her, I got to shave the beard off. She's like, don't. It's sexy. Your beard is sexy. Now, I should have then said, oh, she just called my beard sexy. Oh, maybe I should hit this girl. She was hot. Nope. I go the opposite direction. When girls hit on me, it's like, nope. I don't flirt. Flirting feels a little cheesy to me, a little corny, a little cheap. I like to be, I'm all about, I flirt sometimes, and a lot of people accuse me of flirting. Delfino used to always say, you flirt with every girl. It's like, no, I'm very gregarious and friendly to everyone. That's not the same thing as flirting, right? So, flirty, what the fuck was I saying? Where was I headed? What are we at here? 34. Oh, shit, another 50 minutes. Fuck. Maybe I'll do this in 3 parts. I'm really the greatest boyfriend of all time. What are some other reasons? Oh, yeah, even to this day, girls hit on me every freaking day. Example, I was at my friend's karaoke bar. He was getting me drunk. Hate karaoke bars for the most part. It's ironic, too, because I'm a professional singer. I should be getting up at karaoke bars and singing, and every girl in the room was going to be like, this guy's fucking amazing. He's like, this guy belongs on stage. This guy's a real singer. No shit, I'm a real singer. And I could be getting laid every night at a karaoke bar, and I could have girls taking care of me. I'm sleeping on friends' couches and shit. I could have a girlfriend tomorrow taking care of me. But it would require me to compromise my integrity, and I'm not willing to do that. It has to be natural. If a rich girl wants to take me out, and I fucking think she's awesome, and she wants, okay, fine, but it has to be natural. I'm not going to go out there and try and fucking hook it up. It feels dirty to me. And I will readily admit it. I have too much integrity. It's ruined my life, my integrity. I'd have a great life today if I had just sold out a little bit. But now they've beaten me down so much that I have only 2 choices left. I'm either going to hang myself or I'm going to, I gotta sell out. I gotta sell out. Because I can do all my art a lot easier and better. And remember, I make art, people destroy it all the time. Because my life's in the hands of a lot of other people. You know, I have art stored at friends' places, they lose it, or they smash it, or they let it get wrecked, or they throw it out accidentally. You can't trust anybody in this world. There's only one person I've ever met in my life who I can trust. Me. I don't let people down. You can ask all my friends. I never let them down. I don't let people down. I'm a man of my word. I always come through. I say I'm going to do something crazy, and then people are shocked. They're like, dude, when I saw your photo in the voter guide in Manhattan next to the mayor's, I was like, I cannot believe what I'm looking at. I said, why? Did you think I was exaggerating when I said I'd be on the ballot for mayor? I don't exaggerate. Have you not picked that up yet? I don't. Everything I say is outrageous, and none of it's an exaggeration. I told people before the election, they did everything to stop my campaign. Cool. I'm still going to set records. Watch. That was a cocky thing to say the day before the election, considering they'd done everything to neutralize and stop my campaign, and I gave up. I quit the race. I said, I'm still going to set records. The next day, the New York Times writes, how'd this guy get so many fucking votes? The day after that, the news was like, what the fuck? Everyone else is like, what the fuck? This guy beat another candidate who spent $5 million, and Christopher beat him with $120. How is this possible? This has never happened. It's never happened in mankind's history before. How did he do that? It's like, yeah, imagine if I had tried. Wow. Just like all the things I do in my music career. Unprecedented. Everything I do is unprecedented. I've been on 2 commercial auditions in my life. I got the lead in both. You know, you think I should go on a third, but I don't really want to be an actor. I got a Snapple commercial and voiceover gig that paid great. I make $150 for 10 minutes of work. I could be making money, tons of money, in 1,000 ways, ladies. All right? I'm going to start making money. All right? I have more ways to make money than anyone in history. I have more skills than you can possibly believe. That's another thing. I'm so amazing that nobody can even comprehend how amazing I am. I can't. I have more skills than I can remember. I'm a professional welder, professional painter, professional voiceover artist. I mean, I make money. I've made money managing bands. I made $150 in an hour yesterday doing illustration work for some guy. I mean, I have more skills than I know what to do with. The problem is I spend all my time fighting assholes. And so that's another reason I need a woman. I need a woman to make me focus on her and stop focusing on how bad the government is. But remember, I don't fight the government because I ain't got better things to do. There's nobody else on the planet Earth who can do what I do. Nobody can do what I do with politics. I've accomplished zillions of things that no one else has ever done. I mean, just the 9/11 Commission. It took me 5 minutes to reach 1 billion people and humiliate the bogus 9/11 Commission and America's mayor, the hero 9/11 Giuliani. It took me 5 minutes. That's pretty fucking efficient. You can't compare me to an Abby Hoffman. You can't compare me to a George Carlin or a Richard Pryor. Those guys are considered to be the top socio-political comics in history. Almost everything I do is superior to them. I looked up so much of their stuff. I'm like, surely they can't be worse than me. I mean, there's got to be somebody who's on the same page as me. I'm sick of being the best because it's lonely at the top. It really is sad. I don't like being better than everybody else because that means I'm surrounded by mediocrity. I don't like being better than everybody else because it means I'm going to live in a world where I'm going to be constantly disappointed. I want to watch George Carlin be blown away. And he's got a couple things that were pretty good. But that shit, I remember loving some of that shit when I was 7 years old. The stuff, you need a place to put more stuff in it. Watching it now, I'm like, man, that's kind of lame. Richard Pryor, his shit is lame. Monty Python, their shit is lame. I mean, they got a couple moments where they really nailed it. I think South Park is lame. I think all this shit is lame because I have the highest standards on earth. I'm the smartest person of all earth. It's a curse. It's not good to be smart. When I was 14, my first autobiography was called Cursed by Genius. Everyone called me a genius before I was 14. I mean, I'm a superhuman, and it's sad that I'm wasting all my talent and skills on shit like sitting in jail without any way to write or read. And no amount of money in these lawsuits is going to make up for it. Blah, 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 blah. So, what else is great about me? I really wish I wasn't the best. I really am the best lover of all time. I'm the best kisser of all time. For instance, I can't sit next to my girlfriend without giving her love and affection. I can't do it. I don't know how people do it. When you see couples in public, it's like, how is that guy not caressing his girlfriend's arm? How is he not snuggling with her? How is he not like caressing her leg? Oh, that's another thing about me, ladies. I'm very strict on. Delfino, for instance, would always wear tight jeans, and I'd be like, listen, if I want to date a girl who looks like a fucking Puerto Rican teenage slut, I would. It's like, why? It's like, no, I don't want to date a girl who wears tight jeans. That means I can't caress your leg. You wear a skirt, I can caress your leg. I could be fucking caressing your thighs. I could be finger fucking your brains out while we're watching a movie. I mean, I love to give affection because I was starved for it my whole life. And also, remember, I've been a celibate my whole life, so I haven't really got to give much of love affection. And so I can't sit with my girlfriend in public. I broke up with my first girlfriend for that. We were at the Wang Center in Boston watching Husker Du. And I said to her, sit on my lap. She was sitting next to me. I said, sit on my lap. That way I can hug you and kiss your neck and your arm and stuff like that. And she was like, well, what will people think? And, I mean, it was the last straw that broke my back. It's like, I can't date a girl who gives a shit what people think. It's you and I against the world. We are a team. I'm going to fucking give you lovin', good lovin', and you cannot give a shit what people think. Okay? It's between you and me. Okay? The world can go fuck themselves. But I'm going to give my girl more love and affection than she's ever had. All right? And Delfino didn't understand that. She just kept wearing tight jeans because she thought it looked good. And I was like, that's childish. I want a girl who's not afraid to look bad, all right? I like girls who wear sneakers. I like girls who wear sneakers. I can't date girls who wear high heels. Maybe in the most extreme situations they wear high heels. Of course, you'd put it in your purse, and then you switch your sneakers to your high heels when you get to your destination if you got to perform on stage. Delfino would ride a bike in high heels and be like, that's an accident waiting to happen. I don't want to be in love with a girl who risks her life accidentally because she's vain and immature and insecure. Don't like girls who wear jeans. I don't like jeans. Denim is low class. Denim is creepy. You're like, no, denim's comfortable. If it's so comfortable, then you would have a denim pillow. You liars. You fucking lazy liars. If denim was comfortable, you'd be wearing denim underwear. Liars. Denim is not comfortable. Terry cloth is comfortable. I'd have a terry cloth pillowcase. I'd have a pillowcase made out of whatever sweatpants are made out of. Denim is not comfortable. It's garbage. I think it looks like shit. I think it feels like shit. Corduroy? Love corduroy. If you're a girl who wears corduroy, please call me up. If your girl wears glasses, please contact me. I love girls with glasses. I love freckles. I love redheads, but I also love brunettes and blondes too. Maybe redheads are my favorite. I'm not sure. I love tall girls. Love short girls. I love Amazons. I love strong girls, so this is important. I really do love strong girls. I dated a Japanese girl once, and I didn't like that she would do whatever I said. Not that she should have fought me, but they're raised to be docile. Yes, Amasa, I do whatever you say, Amasa. I like strong women, but the drawback is the cliche and stereotype of a strong woman is that they're going to beat the shit out of you, and they're also going to be fucking psychotic. And so I can't deal with that. I mean, there's got to be some females out there who are super smart, super strong, but aren't violent. I don't know why I can't find it. I shouldn't be coming home from a day of dealing with assholes in this world to be afraid whether I'm going to be bloodied. Is she going to explode tonight because I'm minding my own business? I mean, remember, put this in perspective. Delfino would yell at me, like all women will, if I wouldn't hug her in public. She'd be like, you don't hug me in public because you want other women to think you're single. Okay, every man's heard that. It's lame, it's insane, it's a stereotype, it's a cliche, you're a robot. But I'm very huggable. So I would always be hugging her in public, and she'd say, you hug me in public because you want girls to think you're romantic. It's like, okay, so you yell at me if I don't hug you, and you yell at me if I do hug you. Okay, That's it. I mean, it's a testimony to how amazing she was and how powerful our love was and how unique and superhuman our relationship was that I tolerated this bullshit for 4 years. I tried everything to heal her, to fix her insecurities and all this stuff. I failed. I couldn't get that tiger to change its stripes. I tried my hardest because I wanted it to work. I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. I wanted to have kids with her. I wanted to tour the world with her. She could not fix her. She promised. She'd always say, I'm going to stop being violent. Yeah. Just like O.J. Simpson. No. Actions speak louder than words. I don't give a shit about what the crap comes out of your mouth. I care about your actions. That's all I care about is your fucking actions, not the crap that comes out of your freaking mouths, ladies. Oh, shit. End of part 2.